Okay, so wanted to hop on really quick in my office before I start my 6 o'clock session. Something that a lot of clients seem to struggle with is this cycle of crazy versus this cycle of calm. I know some clinicians will disagree with me using the term crazy, but it's how clients start to feel. It's how people start to feel when they feel like everything is overwhelming them. Everything becomes to feel like a task. Everything feels like a chore. So think about this. There's a cycle of crazy. So I don't know if you can see my notes, but probably not. So I'm just going to look down and read. So the mental, emotional, and physical are all connected, right? That's the whole mind, body, spirit. Mind, body, soul. Mental, emotional, physical are all connected. So sometimes when things are going on, when we are experiencing trauma, when old trauma is reoccurring, we feel like we're losing our mind, right? We are losing our mind. That's not true. You are not crazy. The cycle of crazy is telling you that you're crazy, and it's keeping you from living in this cycle of calm that makes you feel like you're not losing your mind. So if the mental, emotional, and physical are connected, what happens when you feel like you're losing your mind, when you're overwhelmed, the emotional stuff starts to show up. If it's abandonment, if it's anger, if it's anxiety, if it's depression, the emotional stuff, now it's making everything else feel that much worse. So if your emotional stuff is doing this, and if emotional is connected to the mental, and you already are feeling like you're losing your mind, they are feeding off of one another and making the cycle of crazy that much more difficult to get rid of, or should I say, for a better way, not to get rid of, but to just deal with better. So now we got the mental. You're telling yourself, I feel like I'm losing my mind. The emotional stuff is starting to flare up: abandonment, anxiety, anger, depression, sadness, whatever it's looking like. Now the physical starts to happen. Your body wants to shut down. You're tired. You don't want to eat. You can't sleep. You start to isolate. You don't work out. You're eating like crap. You're not drinking any water. I mean, whatever it is that you do, your physical is now starting to shut down. So the mental, again, you feel like you're losing your mind. The emotional is connected to it. And so all those feelings start to come up. And then the physical, your body wants to shut down. You are now living in that cycle of crazy. How do you get out of it? How do you choose the cycle of calm over the cycle of crazy? Simple, but not simple at all. First step is, it's the mental. If you are feeling like you're losing your mind, you have to think, what is causing this? Is it heartbreak? Did you lose your job? Were you in a bad accident? Are you getting a divorce? Is your child acting like they are losing their mind, and so you're now questioning yourself as a parent? What is it that triggered this, right? Was it a bunch of little things that built to something big? That is the first step to tackling the cycle of crazy and learning how to get back to this cycle of calm. It's a mind shift. And I know a lot of times one of my nicknames that I've given myself is the mind shifter, but it really is a mind shift. If you continue to claim that you are losing your mind, instead of saying, I'm heartbroken, instead of saying, I'm having financial troubles, instead of really pinpointing what's making you feel like you're losing your mind, you will continue to live in the cycle of crazy, right? Because once you can pinpoint what is causing you to feel like you're losing your mind, now you can start to deal with the emotional feelings that are attached. Well, I'm not really losing my mind. I'm heartbroken. So I have feelings of abandonment. I feel anxious. I'm angry because I'm heartbroken. Figuring out why you feel like you're losing your mind is the first step to conquering the cycle of crazy. Gotta go. My 6 o'clock client should be getting here soon. I need to prepare for her. Blessings, everyone. Thank you for those that joined in. Have a good one.